Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the American, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Broncos' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Using his legs, it's Isaac. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get the space and make the big gain.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Give to the running back. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's got the back in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left, because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
Running to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Bulls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
Brown wants to pass. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pulls it in inside the 10.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And the Bulls will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Black 18! Black 18!
Wants to throw again. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Looking for the edge on the jet sweep. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Moving away from pressure. Got his man on the right. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Here we go. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Complete to the left.
Will you please just stay in the pocket? It's so much easier to come get these guys when you know where they are, but great job by the offense, roll in the pocket, getting the quarterback outside. More time now, can run the football or take shots down the field.
And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Riley. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And the return man just kept finding alleys to run in, and he gets it to the 46-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gonna run it. It's Norton. Oh, he's got some space. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to adjust the pattern. Brown will throw it. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting 3rd down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
The Bulls are on the move. Brown wants to pass. Extending the play. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Get ready. Set.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll keep it on the sneak. They stop him short of the mark marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, he looks short on that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed fourth down, big-time stop for this defense.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Riley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Brown will throw it. Fires to the big fella. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Fires on the move. Got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The idea is keep moving it forward, able to spit it out quickly to the tight end and get a few.
And the idea on defense is to tackle the catch. Don't give them any yards after they make the reception. Nice job.
Quarterback moving. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Boise State.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Brown wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Returner runs out of bounds.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Norton. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brown will throw it. Fires left. Got him downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Norton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, South Florida.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Quarterback making adjustments. Brown wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got him this time. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking downfield on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Connection to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls! Fired in from the red
That's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. Looking down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Throws it back. Grab near the marker. It's Riley. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Boise State.
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bulls will clear it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking for a man, it's Madsen. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. looking for a huge play. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Back to the ground game on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature him, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
The Bulls are on the move.
Here we go.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there. Tackle for loss, but on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And the Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
The Bulls will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. Now the toss. He's going for the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Brown wants to pass. Going for 6. Big fella moving. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
A short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, South Florida.
All they need is 1 yard, and they got nothing on the last play. Here's 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, USF! Quick strike through the air for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by a field goal over Ohio. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Madsen. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. He's up to 90 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Quick handoff. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Brown will throw it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, South Florida. And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive in their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Caught behind the line. It's Riley. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Here's the pressure. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. The running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One final quarter to play, and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Cooler.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick release on the RPO. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the offense believing in the true freshman? Down here in the red zone, giving him the football, man, I bet his heart is pounding. He's wanting to get in the end zone to get that first touchdown.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Touchdown, Broncos! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Looking to throw on first down. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the tailback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
At the 10-yard line. Second down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Madsen. Moving out of the pocket. He'll throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rutgers is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 20 over Ohio. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making checks. Brown wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Nimrod. It's a running room. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Looking for room. It's Norton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Madsen. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Slings it downfield. Working on the right. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The Broncos will have it 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
And the Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Laterals it back. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
3rd down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that was one of those gotta have it. I mean, it's a 4th quarter, 4th down. We got to get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout here. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have 1 left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Madsen. On the run, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. You wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And that is just the play they absolutely had to have. You're on the road, 4th quarter, 4th down, trailing. Your quarterback's got to be able to do something. Nobody was open. The play's breaking down. The pressure is collapsing on top of him. And somehow, some way, he's able to escape. And not just that, but go pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive. That was big time.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wagner. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Throws it back. Oh, and he wants to throw it. They reached into the bag of tricks on 3rd down, and it did not work.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away. from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll get rid of it. He's got it, 1st down and more. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you need it. You really needed to get a 1st down here. Nice job by the quarterback making the pass, getting the 1st down.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And that pick will seal